Welcome back to the White Time channel. Today, Tracy Chapman, self-titled. This is your pick.
This is my pick,
It's such a
and I
short
love it.
intro. Yeah, this is our second of the new format. So I chose last week. You have this one.
Yeah, yeah. I picked this one. I said this one was a classic, something that you needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess a little bit of context. There isn't like a whole lot about like the making of this album specifically. It's her debut record, and she was pretty much unknown when she released it. Do you know the Wembley Stadium story?
Is it the Nelson Mandela thingy thing?
It is.
Okay, yes, I do know
Yes.
that.
Yes, that's the little bit of context that I thought was kind of interesting in that uh Stevie Wonder was supposed to play at the Nelson Mandela 70th birthday spectacular at,
Mm-hmm.
at Wembley Stadium, but then like something was wrong with his synthesizers. There was like some disc that they brought that would like have all the settings and that like broke. So like he was just like, I can't go out without that. Tracy Chapman, can you take my place? And she was just like, yeah, sure. And I think she played just Fast Car and Talking About a Revolution, which both like soared up the Billboard charts.
Mm-hmm.
Like this record ended up being like 6 times platinum. I think in the 2 weeks after that Wembley performance, she sold 2 million records. It's like this crazy, like from nothing to like instant stardom just based off that one performance and Stevie Wonder's synths not working right. It's a cool story, and we're here now. And Fast Car has over 1 billion streams on on Spotify. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, it really is a star-studded life in the Hollywood fast lane. That's what I like to say.
Fast car, even.
Fast car, even. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for context here. It's not like a big deep
Yeah.
story about the making of it, but
Yeah. It was pretty straightforward when I looked at like any context. I'm like, here's the album. It went this many amount of platinum, and here's like the little tiny story of how she blew up, and there you go.
right, that's
So,
pretty much it.
hmm
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. I guess I can give a little bit of context about her because I think obviously know the songs, but I don't know if people necessarily know that she's like disappeared.
hmm
Like she just like doesn't do any public appearances. She's kind of like Lauryn Hill in that way, where she was like really big in the 80s and 90s and then like completely disappeared. I think some of that is due to like um, her like sexual orientation, because I don't know if she's ever come out and like confirmed this, but like there have been some of her past partners that have come out and they're all women just being like, hey, she's lesbian. Which is like kind of weird that they're outing her
Let
like
me
that,
out you.
but um, that did happen. Um, and so like to me, that kind of makes the context of this record like all the more powerful because a lot of the songs are very politically charged. Having it be like a lesbian black woman writing these songs, it's
hmm
like I don't know, it's pretty striking to me. And a lot of the stuff in here is like very kind of personal. So that's it for the prelude, I think.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can go into first impression since this is
Yeah.
your pick. Yeah, I think it's instantly like amazing. Like, there's nothing like really. It's like upfront in what it's trying to do, and it does it very well on like every single aspect, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've obviously heard the first two songs of the record, but that doesn't make them like any less good now that I'm listening to them.
Sure.
I think Fast Car is more of like a I've heard it so much of my life where it's like it's fantastic. I don't know if I'd put it as like my favorite song, but like it's really really insanely good. I think like the simplicity of all she's doing here just like works really 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 well. The guitar melodies are fantastic. Her voice has like an amazing like soul. It's a folk album, but like there's a lot of blues in here as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the track list is pretty Loctite. Like there's nothing in here that's like this shouldn't be here or this is misplaced. But yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Great. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I was like halfway worried. Not that like I don't know. I don't think there's anything here that like would be too objectionable to you, but I'm just like always worried whenever I pick something I really
Hmm.
like. Like, oh
I
no,
don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, what are your top tracks then?
Um, I could be really like just easy with this, but I'm gonna like spread it across just for content wise. Talking about a
Okay.
revolution is obviously fantastic. I think that's like such a simple message. I think a lot of this is just like real working class stories that you don't really hear a lot of. You hear it a lot in folk and country, but not
Yeah.
for an album that like reaches this amount of heights. So I think people find a lot of relatability in a lot of these things. She's obviously like very class conscious and where she's at too, so she kind of knows where she stands, and how to
Yeah.
portray it in a very simple, effective way, which is like the main goal to do it. I was just listening to Rage Against the Machine self-titled last week, and then listening to this after, and the politics are one, but they have two
Yeah.
completely different ways of approaching it musically, but they're both brilliant. So I just love the
Yeah.
overarching theme of this because it really is. It does encapsulate such a large group of people, and I think exposing people to this type of language and way of thinking is a very smart thing to do as you're like this multi-platinum selling like out of nowhere artist, because I
Yeah.
think it's very relatable to a lot of people. Other than that,
Absolutely.
Across the Lines is phenomenal as well. I think that is just, for me, that takes it over Fast Car. I just love the sound of that song. I don't know why, but the kind of segregation topic that she's talking about, tying it to the Nelson Mandela kind of like thing where she blew up at, this kind of apartheid segregation theme is kind of throughout the record, as
Yeah.
well. And it goes over really well. I love the across the lines, like a physical line, like a highway, because those are like,
Oh yeah.
purposely placed right in the middle of cities to divide populations, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Incredible. And then kind of like a an underrated one. I think Why is phenomenal. I
Why is
think,
good.
yeah. I love this structure of songwriting. Chat Pile also has a song called Why, and they tackle almost the same subject matter in the same way. And it's so effective where it's like, let's just ask some questions. I think people don't ask questions enough about how things work or how they're supposed to work. So much can be uncovered if you just ask why. And it's just
Yeah.
gorgeously put on here. It's one of those folk albums where I'm like, I love the little 2 minute songs because it's just like such a condensed message. Like a Lucy record, whenever she has like a short track, like it's so condensed and good that it's just addicting. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, those are probably my top three, but I don't know. I'm gonna spoil my worst tracks. I don't have any, so I don't know if I need to pick one or not. Um,
Okay.
but
Well,
yeah.
that I'm kind of surprised about that.
Hmm.
I thought we were gonna have a tussle about "Baby Can I Hold You."
I like that song.
Uh, I do too. I was just like, I don't know. I was basically trying to like straw man you
Hmm.
like while I was like listening to this because I'm like, I need to figure out like not that we're gonna have this big
No,
fight
yeah,
about
it's a
it.
different lens when you have to talk about it with somebody.
Right. I'm like, well, what is Babby? What are the possible problems
Yeah.
that he's gonna have with this? Because like to me, like that song is like phenomenally placed in the
Hmm.
album too.
Yep.
Um, and that like it is like maybe the only song that really doesn't have like a political lean to it.
Hmm.
It's just like a straightforward love song. Even like For My Lover, that almost like I mean, it's about being in jail for
Hmm.
someone that you love and like the like inequalities in that. Um, but like Baby Can I Hold You comes in between Behind the Wall and Mountains of Things, which are two of my favorite
Hmm.
songs on the album. Behind the Wall is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that you didn't have that in one of your top tracks.
I think Across the Lines is just better, but like the
Okay.
pairing of the two is like perfectly placed.
Yes, I would agree with that. I just think that Behind the Wall is like
Hmm.
so perfect. Like to me, it has the horn quality where it is like
Yes.
so simple, so stripped back, but is able to convey this message like perfectly.
Hmm.
And it's just her voice. Like it stands in stark contrast to everything else on the record. And it's just like this really like it's a heartbreaking like
Hmm.
song like about a woman who calls the police like, or someone calls the police on domestic violence like whatever, just noises of it. Then the police come and then say they can't do anything,
Hmm.
and then they come back once she's like dead or like whatever, super seriously injured. They
Hmm.
have to take her away in an ambulance. It's like so striking and so devastating to then follow that up with "Baby, Can I Hold You?" I think is perfect.
Yes, I agree.
Where it's like we need a little bit of a break, a
Hmm.
little bit of a breath of fresh air because like if it went straight into mountains of things, then it's like okay, that's like almost too much
Yep.
all at once. Because mountains of things is also
It's
a perfect
phenomenal.
song, I would
Hmm.
say.
Yeah.
It's like that's like the one song on here that I will like play back.
Hmm.
Like when I'm listening to the whole album, I'll like I need to hear that song again. So yeah, I think my top tracks would be Behind the Wall, Mountains of Things, and then um I don't know what else my third one. It might be Why. I really like
Hmm.
Why. Um but yeah, so you don't have any worse tracks.
No, I don't think so. I actually put She's Got Her Ticket and then I listened to it again and I'm like, that song just sounds so good. I can't put it in worse tracks. Like
Yeah,
I
you can't do
love
that.
the slight reggae to it all. Like there's a bass line of guitar music on this record and then she adds little things onto every single track to make them unique and it's just so cool. Um
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, going back to Behind the Wall, like even like the focus of that song being domestic violence, but the police response in like to domestic violence is such a unique angle that you don't like really hear talked about because like
Yeah.
there's that crazy statistic of like 40% of police officers are involved in domestic violence themselves. um I've had, you know, neighbors in apartments where like I have had to, you know, call the police on things. They don't do anything and it's just like a reordering of, you know, it just happens again. So like that's incredibly personal. And then like having Baby I Can I Hold You like between Behind the Wall and Mountain of Things where it's like this love and like relationship I have with this person like is sandwiched between these two, like over consumerism where everything is fake and plastic and you have no relationships, and the dark side of relationships. Like she sandwiches it between those two. It's just like beautiful pacing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any worse tracks. I think if I can give any slight to it, it's like maybe a little bit top heavy, just because like
Yeah.
there's nothing but slappers for like the first six. But
Sure.
that's not really to take away from the back half because I think it is nice. It just feels more deep cut y to me than there's not like a big hit on the back end at all.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I would definitely agree with that. I really like For You.
Hmm.
But I'm like, I don't really know if like that's the note that you want to end on. Like, I think If Not Now would be a stronger closer
Yeah.
than For You. Um, Not that like For You doesn't deserve to be here because I do
Hmm.
like it, but it's like If Not Now kind of seems like your call to action to what
Right.
you would want to end the album with, especially with such a politically charged album.
Hmm.
It feels like, okay, well, let's take action. If not now, we got to do it.
Hmm.
Like, whatever. Um, yeah, but I don't think I have any worse tracks either. I really really like this thing. I guess that would be my one complaint. Maybe For You needs to be moved up or
Yeah,
something. I don't know.
I could see that. I do love the like it's not 100% political album where it is like we're mixing the personal and the political because it is
Yeah,
personal to her and it's you are seeing everything from her eyes and it's an incredibly like powerful perspective. But yeah, I think starting with talking with about revolution and then ending with If Not Now would be like a good bookend on it.
I think so.
But yeah, best moment. I feel like the first three track run is just a slapper. Like that's a way to
Sure.
start an album. Like I don't know if you can get too much better than that. Like that's two of your
No,
best songs, and then Across the Lines, which for me is like, you know, maybe the best out of those three. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I have a single moment in a song, but I think it's just like the that first three track run is just insane.
I think that's fair. Um, and I think that's a good pick. I don't know what I think my like best moment might be, and I don't know if this counts, but to me, it's the feeling of when Behind the Wall ends, and then you
Mm,
hear the
yeah.
as like Baby Can I Hold You? And I'm like, oh, okay, now I can kind of unclench my fists and like relax, you know? Like to me, like that, I mean, we gush about that run so much.
Hmm.
It's like, but it really is like it's such a relief when you get to Baby Can I Hold You. Um, so yeah, that would be my best moment.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any hot takes. I feel like I just this is like a miracle album in the fact that like a working class person made a folk album that like blew up out of insane circumstances and
Yeah.
reached like millions upon millions of people and has had a recent resurgence because of a cover, I think, and then her doing a performance like last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Um, so it's reaching us, like our generation now, which is great. I think that's just like a miracle of a thing that happens because you don't really see that nowadays. There's a lot of politically conscious music nowadays, but it's like not mainstream. Like you have to, it's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
things that'll be playing over the radio. Like back then you had Rage and you had Tracy Chapman, and stuff like that. But I think nowadays, like, I don't know, you have like people like Kneecap and Bob Villain, which are incredible, but they're not household names. They're doing all these insane tours and fantastic things, but like it's not a household name. But I don't know. I'm missing that in today's popular music, and I don't know if that's something that can really be salvaged because like it's all watered down political messaging if they do it. Like
Yeah.
there's not really like strong messaging going on from like the biggest artists in the world. It's all
Right.
very kind of two faced, cleansed, PR managed kind of things. Which this is like
Yeah.
such a breath of fresh air, like knowing that it is this insanely popular, and these are the messages she's getting across, and such a personal and like this not preachy at all. It's like it's coming to you from where you're at, and I think that's fantastic. So, my only hot take is I think we need stuff like this in the mainstream again. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I would like it too.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my one hot take is about the cover situation.
Okay.
And it was Luke Combs,
Yes.
and I'm
That
like,
feels weird to me.
it feels really. I'm like, that is not that like. I was gonna say it's like not your song to perform, and I'm
Hmm.
not saying that because he's white. I'm saying that because he's like a rich rhinestone cowboy,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is like such a like a working class
Yeah.
anthem. Like I don't know who could do like a fast car cover and like really do it justice
Right.
because like it is like such a singular like song. Only
Hmm.
Tracy Chapman could have written that at this time.
Hmm.
And that's like to me, I would say this might be like my favorite 80s hit.
Okay.
Maybe the best 80s hit in my humble
I think
opinion.
it's definitely aged the best. It doesn't sound
Yeah.
old at all.
Oh no, absolutely not. And like it is so timeless and everything. Like the messaging in it is just perfect and
Hmm.
spot on. It just feels weird and disingenuous for like some, you know, country boy to come in and do a
Yeah,
cover of it. And I mean like the best part about that is that we did get to see Tracy Chapman perform it
it's true.
live. And like that, I mean that's a cool
She
side effect
exists. Yeah.
getting her to go outside, and I appreciate that.
Hmm.
But also, I'm like, man, if only someone else was the impetus for that. Um, I guess that's my one hot take, but it's not even
Yeah.
about this album.
I also looked it up too because I was doing some searching, and Neil Diamond has a cover of "Baby Can I Hold You," which also is like, are you people just like doing this as a? This song's fantastic, so I'm just gonna take it. It feels weird when it comes to Tracy Chapman because I'm like, she's not in a
Yeah.
position to like be covered. I don't think. I feel like this album is such a
No.
singularity. I know she's got other stuff that I'll dig into, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird because I feel like the message gets disconnected from the song when it's not someone like her singing it.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if any of them could be covered off of this album, it is
It
that
is.
song.
It's the most, yeah.
Yeah.
But
If
Neil
Neil
Diamond covering
Diamond
it gives me the creeps. I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah. If Neil Diamond covered Across the Lines, that
Oh,
would be a
we'd be
different
having
that would be
issues. Yeah.
that would be a different story. That would be really weird.
That would be.
But I would like to hear it. So, is he still alive?
Um, I don't know.
Neil, are you alive?
I feel like if he's alive, he's still touring.
No, he's still alive. He's 84.
Okay. I feel like he's like a
Wow.
tour until you die kind of guy.
Yeah, he's going around all the state fairs.
He's on the Nickelback ticket, state
Yeah.
fairs and county fairs.
Maybe one basketball court if they're lucky.
Exactly. I do love the artist who knows when to like I feel like her coming from her background, she knew to like separate her musical life from her personal life and to stay like behind the scenes because you can get corrupted so
Yeah.
easily by that like sudden burst of attention. And I love calling it quits and like disappearing to be a normal person again. That is also one of
Yeah.
my favorite things, which is, you know, what Mark Hollis did with Talk Talk as well. I hold massive respect to that and not just kind of like fizzling out. Like, I'm done. I'm going back. You won't hear from me again. I'm just going to be a normal person. That should be more
Absolutely.
common.
It should be. I think artists should be allowed to retire.
Yeah.
And in fact, they should be encouraged to
Encouraged to. Yes.
before it gets bad.
Yes.
There are some people like Stevie Wonder like will still release a song and it still sounds pretty dang good, or like Neil Young, but like
Right.
everyone else, like I don't know. I saw George Benson released a
Oh,
new
God.
thing and I'm like, oh no, George, don't do it.
I think it depends on your popularity too. Like you have Swans, like Michael's like 70 or
Oh
71 or
yeah, that's
something, but it's
true.
like it's also not like a household name where it's like it's not they're
Right.
not doing this for popularity. They're doing it because it's what they know and what they like. So it's like I don't know, there's this weird level of popularity that like once you across that threshold, it's just not good. But
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know. I looked up stuff about her. I'm like, she seems pretty consistent and she seems like she just took a step back. I was like dreading to see like if Fast Car was played at like the frickin' DNC last year, like when the Kamala's Brat stuff going on. I'm like, please don't do this to me. And I'm so
Oh
glad
no.
that she kind of just left it. So,
She just dipped.
yep.
Which I do, yeah, I respect it too. I did listen to Crossroads, which is
Okay.
the album that came out right after this, in preparation for this. And I gotta say, pretty dang good. I don't
Okay.
think it's like as consistent as the debut,
Hmm.
but there are some peaks on here that are like better than some songs off the debut. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll
Maybe
check it out.
we'll do it in the future,
Yeah.
or you can just listen to it right now. I don't
We
care.
can do that for all of them now because even if like we both heard it, we can still talk about it. So it's easy.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't
true.
need to withhold anything anymore. I can listen to
That's
whatever I want.
correct.
The world's my
Yes, that's
oyster.
true.
But this is very
Yeah.
replayable, so I'll probably go to that one once this has kind of run its course for me.
Yeah, you should. It's very good. Um, if you just want to get a taste, I would just say listen to All That You Have Is Your Soul.
Okay.
It's the last one. It's maybe my favorite song on the
Okay.
album.
Okay.
So
I do love my outros.
I know you do. And it's a very good one. So
Epic.
that's it.
That's it.
What is your score?
I gave this a 92. I think it's a classic,
Oh,
which is why you
okay.
picked it. So it's
That is why I
classic.
picked that. Yeah. I would probably give it a similar score,
Okay.
if not a little higher,
Okay.
because I have a lot of respect for Tracy Chapman and this album.
Yes.
So
I feel like we should come up with a stupid rating system that we can like do. I'll think
mm,
about that. Like
that's
a
a good
freaking
idea.
scale and the things are just very oddly specific, so we're not giving a actual like 5 out of 5.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But that could be fun. More quirky like that.
Stay tuned for a
Stay
fun
tuned for
rating scale.
that. Cool. Okay. I'm up next. I
Yeah,
was thinking about doing Rage's self-titled just because it'd be a funny thing to do right after this,
it would be a funny.
being a complete contrast, but also the same exact content. I'll pocket that for now because I do want to do the new Big Thief album, Double Infinity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that came out, but I have not listened to it
Me
yet.
neither.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's only 9 songs. Okay,
Yes. So
works for me.
that's what we're doing next time. We're still doing new stuff. I want to hit this one because the one single I've heard from it is just insane. So yeah.
Okay.
But
I have
yeah.
not even heard that, so I'll be going in
Epic.
blind. But I do like Big Thief and
Big
Adrian
Thief.
Lenker.
Exactly. She's on a insane run right now. So we'll see if she keeps it up. But
Well, I'm for it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's it.
awesome.
We got 2 podcasts if you want more of us talking with face cams now on everything.
What?
Got the Boy Time podcast. What did we just do? Princess Mononoke.
Yeah,
And
just do
coming
that.
up RRR, which will be
Yes.
fun. I need to find
Very
time to watch that.
fun. I'm very excited.
Oh boy.
I can't wait to watch it again.
That's a
Such a
long movie.
blast.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, but
excited
it's
though.
fun.
Bollywood stuff is some of my favorite stuff out of like the 2 things I've seen. So
What have you seen? This is off topic.
we saw what's the was it
Just
Bahubali?
seen Bahubali,
Uh-huh.
yes.
I feel
First
like there
one.
was another one, but I don't remember the name of it. I don't know. Netflix has like a whole bunch of ones that just like randomly thrown out there. I feel like I put one on
Yeah.
randomly sometimes.
Oh,
But
well,
I don't
they're very
remember.
good.
Yeah. It's up it's in your face and it's insane and I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
You have
don't hold
another
back.
podcast as well.
I do have another podcast. It's called Love the Mom, with my dear mother. Most recent episode, it's not out yet, but we just recorded it. It's on American Splendor,
Ooh.
which is Paul Giamatti flick. Before that was Legally Blonde, which I had to cut a big portion out because I went on a political rant.
Uh
So that was fun. Not at all, but uh,
we don't cut those on this channel unless I do. Sometimes I do.
it was long. So don't ask me why it happened in Legally Blonde, but it did.
Okay.
And so if you want to watch that, it's already out. So there's that. And then after that, oh boy, I'm very excited because after that we are doing K-pop Demon Hunter,
Oh boy.
which I'm so pumped to do. My two favorite things,
Yep.
anime and K-pop.
Yep. That's I it's like I want to watch it, but at the same time I'm like I don't know if this is for me. This might
I
be
don't
like
think so.
one rung too far.
I think it will be. But it's fine. We're gonna be doing that soon on the show. So if you want
Epic.
to see my thoughts on the biggest animated film ever, other than Neja 2, then it'll be on the show.
Epic. That's all the plugs.
Yeah,
She didn't even
that's
give
all
me a
right.
segue to say goodbye, which is unfortunate. I try to look for stuff like that.
Oh, no, not Tracy.
Hmm.
You could just leave.
That's true. That's a good idea.